Live from WTVO 17 and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
More than 2 decades after its founding, Blue Origin successfully launches its first rocket with humans on board into space. We share video of the historic flight.
The death of Haiti's president has some local volunteers concerned. Hear what Rockford mission groups have to say on travel bans as a result of the crime.
Plus, basketball fans scatter across Milwaukee as they wait to see if the Bucks can take home the NBA title. Scott Leber's live from Wisconsin with a preview of tonight's game. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. Mission accomplished for Jeff Bezos and the first passenger spaceflight aboard the Blue Origin New Shepard rocket.
Welcome back, New Shepard's first human crew.
New astronaut Jeff Bezos calling it the best day ever after his successful mission to space. The billionaire and 3 crew members made history as the first unpiloted suborbital flight with a civilian crew. Bezos, his brother Mark, 18-year-old Dutch student Oliver Damon, and Wally Funk, an 82-year-old space pioneer, were awarded wings for their successful journey to the edge of space.
The most profound piece of it for me was looking out at the Earth and looking at the Earth's atmosphere.
It was great. I loved it. I can hardly wait to go again.
Amen.
Yeah.
Next stop for you is the moon, Wally.
Funk is now the oldest person to make the journey to space at the age of 82.
2 weeks ago, Haiti's president was assassinated. His wife was also hurt in the attack. The murder comes just months before the nation's election.
Now, Rockford mission groups can no longer travel to the country. Rachel Perry spoke with those groups today. And Rachel, what did you learn?
That's right, Mimi and Eric. I'm told the political unrest is too dangerous for Americans to travel to Haiti. Mission trips were postponed during the pandemic, and now that will continue.
I was very devastated, very upset, because it's just one more cog in the wheel of political unrest in Haiti.
Linda Underwood is scared the political unrest in Haiti could lead to even more issues.
You know, I'm afraid now that it will lead to more diseases, it will lead to more food insecurity and less help that is able to go into the country.
Twice a year, Underwood and her husband travel to Haiti with Friends of the Children, delivering medical and educational supplies. But the pandemic and now political unrest stopped those trips.
When it's safe for us to go, we go, try to take care of these people, meet their basic needs, and provide them with education to help them so they can provide for some of their needs as well.
Some say Moise's killing is rocking an already fragile political system.
Because chaos over there is their lifestyle.
Pat Backroad isn't surprised by the assassination. As a founder of Hope for Haitians, he worries for the people there. They haven't had an election since 2016, but one is set for September.
Somebody will take that over, and nothing will change in Haiti. It's the poorest country in our hemisphere.
He says most are angry with the government.
And then it turns out to be, they find out they've been really abused by the money they have taken, the property they have taken.
And Underwood believes the people in Haiti deserve better.
They're loving people, and they know that they're hungry. They know that they don't have work. They know that their kids can't go to school. But they just have a better appreciation for each other.
Both Underwood and Backroad say they both still hope to return to the island in the future. Eric?
Rachel, thanks. A Rockford native turned basketball coach will serve prison time for scamming young athletes' families. Joel Box was sentenced to 9 months in prison and 3 years probation after stealing from participants of his Quincy, Illinois basketball camp. Investigators say families gave Box hundreds of dollars to take part in the program, but were never trained. The former Christian Life high school athlete pled guilty to theft. In March, Box has also been ordered to pay more than $41,000 in restitution.
A Beloit man's behind bars accused of stealing from storage lockers in Rock Township. Police say Jared Russell broke into at least 3 units over the last month. The lockers were located at Mulrooney Moving and Storage, Reliable Property Management, and Herf's Fireworks. Russell faces 24 counts of burglary, 24 counts of damage to property, and 6 counts of theft. He's due in court July 21st. Families in Beloit are forced to evacuate their homes after a morning gas leak. This happened just after 10 near Central and Carnegie Avenues. First responders were called to the area on reports of a broken gas line and sought help from Alliant Energy soon after. Crews shut off the gas and asked residents to clear the area as a precaution. They've since been allowed to return. During the call, one firefighter experienced a medical event and was taken to a hospital. No word on how that first responder is doing tonight.
1 year ago, Rockford's Family Peace Center opened. In the 12 months since, survivors of abuse have walked away from the center with options. Nearly 450 people have received help so far. Staff meet with those living with domestic or sexual assault and match them with resources to break the cycle. The Family Peace Center is on North Main Street, downtown Rockford. It is open weekdays from 8 to 5.
The NBA season could come to an end tonight when the Milwaukee Bucks take on the Phoenix Suns in Game 6 of the finals.
The game starts at 8 right here on WTVO, but the excitement in the Deer District has been going on for hours. That's where we find Sports Director Scott Lever. Scott, are fans piling in yet?
Eric and Mimi, the Deer District here outside the Visor Forum has been packed throughout these playoffs, but nothing like what we're going to see here tonight. You know, in the first round they had 20,000, 25,000 fans, which is big, but these crowds have continued to grow, and now for tonight's game they've added 5 more acres of standing room just to the north of the arena here, so we could potentially have a crowd of 65,000 people standing outside the arena. To give you some perspective, that's more than Soldier Field holds for a Bears game. Some of these fans got here pretty early this morning. They couldn't wait for this experience to begin. George, you're here bright and early. Where are you from? Milwaukee?
I'm from Colorado. Flew in this morning.
All the way for this game? You got tickets, or what are your plans?
Deer District. I don't have tickets. It was kind of a last-minute thing.
You guys are smiling already. What's going to happen here tonight?
Oh, man, we getting this ring, man. Y'all know what's going on,
I just came back from Phoenix, seen Game 5. It was lit. We was there repping.
Yeah,
Bucks and 6.
This is it. We have to win it at home. There is no other way. Like, we are going to win tonight, and we're going to light the city up.
It is going to be a wild and potentially a very long night here tonight if the Bucks can wrap this thing up. We'll, of course, have the game right here on WTVO starting at 8 o'clock. We'll send it back to you in the studio, guys.
Should be exciting. All right, thanks, Scott.
What do cops, canines, cars, and cookies all have in common, besides that K sound? They're part of the return of a special event. This weekend is the second annual Cops, Cars, and Canines Car Show. Organizers spent part of today on a photo shoot in Rockford with some of the beneficiaries. These are members of the Winnebago County Sheriff's Canine Unit. That's where money raised at the show goes.
It pays for the odds and ends, like the toys for the dogs, some of the housing for the dogs. The department provides X number of dollars for this, but the extra added things the dogs need that, it doesn't come out of, the care and the love. The dogs are like kind of the forgotten heroes of our department. They're just there every day working, and no one ever thinks about them.
Admission is free, but you have to pay to register your car or motorcycle. Organizers hope for 200 entries. Mary's Market's also selling special cookies to raise money. The show is this Saturday from 9 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon at Life Church in Roscoe. There will be activities for kids, food vendors, and canine demonstrations. Find this story at mystateline.com for links to more information.
A Rockford family is devastated after losing their dog to a wild animal.
We told you about coyote sightings and even attacks before. Now the family hopes sharing their nightmare experience will prevent a future loss for others. Michelle Rave has more on this story. Michelle?
A local family recounts the tragic moment their beloved pet lost her life in a coyote attack. They hope their story will warn others to be extra vigilant when they're out with their pets.
That wasn't any way we expected her last moments to be. It was just something I never want anyone to have to go through again. It's horrible. It was like a horror movie.
Mitch and Jacqueline King experienced something no pet owner ever wants to witness. Last Saturday around 10:30, Jacqueline took their 14-year-old Maltese Charlie to their front yard in the Shawwoods neighborhood.
She was on the edge of the grass and the sidewalk, and out of nowhere, very quickly, a coyote was on her, and I screamed and ran towards it, and it ran off very quickly.
In a matter of minutes, the coyote badly hurt Charlie.
She had some pretty severe injuries. I believe her lung was punctured and some broken ribs, and being that she was 15 already and elderly, he didn't think surgery that she would survive that due to possible infection. So we had to make the decision to euthanize her.
Amber Pinnan from Winnebago County Animal Services says although they have not experienced an uptick in coyote calls, it's important to remain vigilant.
Just making sure that you're being aware of your surroundings and that things are well lit whenever you have your animals outside, that you're out there and you're just keeping a watchful eye.
The Kings made a memorial in their yard to honor Charlie, a reminder of the love and memories they shared together.
The comfort, I think, to both of us was that the coyote didn't win. It didn't take her away. So we were able to have Charlie with us when she passed, and I have her ashes now, and she's back home with us, just in a different way.
I also spoke with the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, who stress the importance of not feeding wildlife. They also have more tips on how to deal with coyotes. I'll have a link to that in this story on mystateline.com. Eric, Mimi.
Well, such a sad story. All right, thanks, Michelle.
Now, your first warned weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, a little warmer for us this afternoon, but you may have also noticed a little bit more haze and kind of more of a smoky look out there to the sky, especially the further north you got of the Rockford region, right near the state line in southern Wisconsin. A live look with the Mercial Skytrack camera up in Beloit, Wisconsin. A little bit more haze kind of filtering out some of that sunshine with a few of those clouds out there. There is an air quality alert for the entire state of Wisconsin, most of Minnesota, so that does include you folks in southern Wisconsin because of a couple of things. One, as I've been talking about these last several days, we've had more of that haze from the smoke from the wildfires in central and southern Canada. Most of that has been aloft, so we haven't really had an impact necessarily down here at the surface, but there's a cold front to the north. It is quickly moving through Wisconsin and right down Lake Michigan. This is known as a backdoor cold front. Well, behind that cold front, you get a little bit of cooler air. That cooler air more dense, so what's happening, we get sinking air right behind that front. So that air that's up above, closer to the jet stream, is now sinking down towards the surface and transporting that smoke that's been up above the last several days back closer to the surface. It'll be in higher concentrations to the north because of closer proximity. But you'll notice maybe after about 8, 9 o'clock here in northern Illinois, maybe a little bit more of a smoky smell. That's when the cold front is expected to come through. And that could keep our skies fairly smoky and hazy here tonight. And again, even that smoky smell. We'll keep it mostly cloudy, temperatures as a result in the mid-60s. Tomorrow, as that front continues to work in, we could see a sprinkle and isolated shower early on Wednesday. Not going to be quite as sticky as what it was today. That wind will be shifting around to the northeast. We'll bring that temperature down about 10 degrees from where we were this afternoon. We made it to 90 here in Rockford. We're at 88 in Rockford, 82 in Freeport, 84 in Monroe. You notice that heat index up a little bit from where the actual temperature is, and that's because our dew point temperatures have gone up quite a bit from where we were yesterday. So adding a little bit more humidity out there. Later this week, we really see that heat and humidity climb as that cold front is pulled back north as a warm front later this week, brings those temperatures. We've got several 90-degree days, but that heat index late Friday and especially on Saturday could come close to 100 degrees. So starting the weekend off on a very hot and steamy note. Now, there are going to be a couple of isolated showers and thunderstorms. Not expecting really much of that here for tonight. It's early tomorrow where we get that cloud cover, a couple of sprinkles out there. Winds will still be coming in from the northeast, more than likely more clouds than sunshine tomorrow afternoon. As we go through Wednesday night, we dry out, clear out. Thursday afternoon, we've got that front lifting back up to the north. Isolated shower thunderstorm for Thursday afternoon. Same thing here, guys, as we head into Friday. Friday, we're back up near 90, low 90s here into the weekend. Might have to watch the potential for some stronger thunderstorms on Saturday, but still staying in the 90s and quite possibly through much of next week.
Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with David Greenberg.
The NBA season could wrap up tonight in Milwaukee, and if it does, Bucks fans will be celebrating like never before as the Bucks will be the NBA champions for the first time in 50 years. A whole lot of people will be there to see it happen, either inside or outside the Fiserv Center. Scott Leber is outside in the Deer District. He joins us now live. Scott, what's the scene like there?
David, they could play this game at Lambeau Field or at Camp Randall Stadium tonight, and there probably still would not be enough seats for all the fans who are expected to be here. 17,000 inside the Pfizer Forum and potentially 65,000 more here at the expanded Deer District outside. I'm going to step out of the shot a second, give you a look at the fans filing in, as it is really starting to fill up with almost 3 hours still to go before tip-off here tonight. Anyone under the age of 50 has never experienced a Bucks championship. These fans all want to be a part of this. You got a feeling this is going to be the night 50 years of frustration will end? Huh?
Oh, yeah. This has got to be it. Bucks and 6.
So it ends tonight.
It ends tonight for sure.
You guys prepared to party all night or what?
100,000 people out here.
We've been partying since they started.
For my dad's birthday, my mom and I, we decided to surprise him. He wouldn't buy the tickets himself, so we decided to do it and surprised him down here.
That's a heck of a birthday present, huh?
Yeah.
He owes you big time, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's provided for me enough over the years, so, you know, this was supposed to be a gift later on, but we figured to do it now because, I mean, you know, got to take advantage of the opportunity, right?
Yeah, that is some kind of a birthday present. So while the fans will be going wild and nuts outside, here inside the players will be trying to maintain their composure while still playing the biggest game of their lives.
You know, we have to keep our focus. We have to be prepared. We have to do the things that are, you know, go into winning, the competitiveness, those moments, those opportunities to compete.
Throughout this entire playoff run, this is our first elimination game. You know what I mean? So it's for real. You know what I mean? It's no looking back now. We got to come out, be ready to play, and, you know, it's either win or go home.
So the Suns want to see a Game 7 Thursday night in Phoenix, but the Bucks and their fans want no part of it. As they've been saying, Bucks at 6, and it just might happen tonight. You can catch the game right here on WTVO at 8 o'clock. David, back to you.
All right, thanks, Scott. Looks like a crazy scene there, and it should be a good one. And once again, be sure to tune in here to WTVO Channel 17 at 8 p.m. and stick with us after the game for our 10 o'clock news. Scott will join us once again, hopefully with some very happy Bucks fans. That's it for sports. We'll be right back.
Thanks for joining us.
Stay safe.